and welcome back to Maker Reacts and Reviews, where we react and reviews to things on the internet. And today we are returning back to our boy Hawk Fam stand-up Tom MacDonald Exposure. This is more of a conscious song, and I love his conscious songs. I love breaking them down. So this is a breaking bar down song, more like a commentary video. So grab your coffee, do your nails, just prepare to sit down. Maybe it'll be a little bit longer. Alright, let's get right into it. Tom MacDonald Exposure, over 6 million views. Let's go.
Yeah. Let me break it down for every single doubter. You're afraid of what I'm doing, you're a coward. All your favorite rappers doing downers, and you make them feel empowered till they're fertilizing soil, pushing flowers. Yeah.
Exactly. So a lot of these rappers, it's no secret now, Tom MacDonald, this is very consistent for him. This is very on brand, where he talks about the fact that a lot of these new generation rappers, and even rappers before that, pushed a lot of drug use and drinking and stuff like that. And like, the fans will applaud it. The fans will, you know, like their videos and their TikToks and stuff like that when they're clearly out of their mind, but then sob and all go to their funeral when they overdose or something like that. And you know, you say that you love your artists, but you don't actually ever hold them accountable or make sure that they're okay. And again, I'm not a purist. I'm not saying people can't party a little bit, drink a little bit, toke here and there. But like, when it's overdoing it, when so many rappers have died or gone or been hospitalized from doing stuff like lean and Xanax, I mean, like, Lil Wayne is what? He's had how many seizures, and he still does it, and you know, pushes it, whether through his songs or just through his social media or his lifestyle. And yeah, it's not every rapper's responsibility to be a role model, but you are. Like, whether you want it to be or not. It is not even the case that the rappers do it themselves. It's the case that the mainstream media always pushes that type of entertainment. There's tons of people like Tom MacDonald or like other people that have other things to offer when it comes to arts that don't get the love that a lot of artists do. So it seems like that's the majority of things that's pushed to us, are these artists that promote a lot of drug use. Anyway, let's get into it.
What do Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, and 2 Chainz all have in common? They make a living off gangster rap, but they all went to college. It's all just marketing strategy, so you empty your wallet.
I don't know much about them. I'm just assuming Tom is speaking facts there. But even if he is not, like, even like, just forget Rick Ross and all those people. Someone like these rappers, especially these old school rappers like a Jay-Z and stuff like that, do you really think they walk into their business offices with their partners and their investors going, yo, my nigga, ooh, all that stuff? No, they sit down and they talk like intelligent men. That's not how they act in their everyday life. A lot of these rappers are putting on a facade and a show for you, acting if they're all about that life, all about that street life and stuff like that. But the intelligent ones, the ones that actually stick around, the ones that don't go bankrupt in a few years, they have a brain in their head. They have a head on their shoulders. They have some intelligence. And so it's just sad that they never, I'm not saying you can't have a persona. Like, I'm sure Tom MacDonald has a persona, but it's sad when you know you have so many people looking up to you and you never set that aside and give classes or go on your Instagram or your live stream really quick and talk about how to be intelligent, how to approach business offices or business deals or contracts, how to not get screwed by the industry. Put that sort of facade for aside and really teach your fans how to invest, how to diversify, how to do dividends or whatever. Because the rappers who stick around, the rappers who really still got money in the bank, they know all those things, but they never share that information with their fans because they wanted to stick to this facade or the persona that they put out there. So continue.
Endorsing vodka to make a buck and make you alcoholics, that make you stupid with Xanax, that make you broke with designers, they use the music to confuse the youth and influence minors. Isn't it funny how these rappers went from fighting the power to buy a gun and sell some?
Make you broke with designers. Very, very true. And I'm not trying to make this a race thing. This is not, but I am black, so I'm invested in my community. Like, I saw an old video that was from like the 1950s or 60s or something like that, and it was actually called something like How to Sell to a Negro. Like, this is a real video that was like a training video for salespeople and stuff like that. And it talked about how like black people were some of the biggest consumers in America. And it was because it was sort of this need to prove ourselves. Like, we're no longer the broke slaves anymore. Like, we got just as much as you. We can do just as good as you. And I feel like that's still a thing where a lot of people of color or people who come from communities that maybe at some point were seen as lesser than, feels like they have to make up for that by having the designers all the fucking time, but they ain't putting none of that money in any investment, any stock, any real estate, in their education or anything, but it's all being blown off on the designer brands. Real rich people, the 1%, the Macintosh of the world, the Macs of the world, the Facebooks of the world, you don't see them. Apple, you don't see them with all these designers. They might have like expensive stuff, but it's just plain clothes. They don't blow their stuff in all these brands and all these labels and stuff like that because they're smart with their money. They have financial intellect. Continue.
Influence minors. Isn't it funny how these rappers went from fighting to power to buy a gun and sell some drugs in just a matter of hours?
Exactly, because we all know that's kind of how hip-hop was birthed. It was first of all, it was counterculture. It was talking about the issues and the problems in the community, in the culture. It was fight the power, fight the man, fight the government, fight the big bank, all those things. And it just seems like in a blink of an eye, it went from that to shake your ass, booty, 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 ho, 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 slut, 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 lean, lean, lean. And, or you don't understand what the fuck they're saying anyway, because it's all mumble rap. And again, there's nothing wrong with trash music. It's just the fact that the trash is what always rises to the top. It's always what's getting pushed by the mainstream, right?
To turn the students to felons that just get fed to the system, because there are people making fortunes off of privatized prisons. They objectify women till they are all that you crave, so you don't realize there's more to life than just getting laid. You think you're happy, but you're really just so caught in the game that you don't realize you're wasting all your money to play. They give you rappers with rainbow hair who wear clothes like your girlfriend to emasculate the men that emulate all the urban trends. Got you wearing pretty dresses.
Give you rappers that dress like your girlfriend to emasculate the men who, something all the urban trends, who display all the urban trends to emasculate the men. And I definitely, like, I for a long time pushed it back against that narrative, because like I've heard that narrative since I was little, since I was a teenager maybe. And my mom was really religious, would always say stuff like that, like they're trying to push femininity onto men. The reason why that I'm now accepting the fact that I do think they are feminizing our men is because of the attack on masculinity that's been going on for the last, I would say 4 to 6 years. Other people that's been playing attention might say it was longer than that, but it seems like in the last 4 to 6 years it's been such an attack on masculinity, and it kind of started with this idea of toxic masculinity, which I thought was a fine topic to discuss, but like anything, it always goes too far, where masculinity in itself is now seen as toxic, and little boys roughhousing as seen as toxic masculinity and is going to lead to rape culture or something like that. It's like, no, they're just little boys who's roughhousing. That's what little boys do. And so now that I see that it's such an attack on masculinity, it makes me do believe that there is this push to feminize men. Because if you feminize men, and even if there's a two-parent household system, that's still going to make the household weaker altogether. If there's no strong man in the house, even if he's physically present, but he's not actually a man, he's not masculine, that he's been neutered, then it'll be easier to still control the household by the government. I know that was a lot. Let's continue.
And hills and popping pills like you really know how depression can feel. Y'all some posers, dying for acceptance and exposure, trying to be the rappers on the posters. All I hear is new chain, big house, fast cars, so boring. And all of that is lies, man, it's so corny. Death threats coming every other day for me.
I agree, it's so boring. It's been done over and over and over again. I'm still amazed that it's still popular, and I guess it doesn't, a new generation is going to keep that stuff going. And it is, a lot of it's a lie. I lived in LA. I didn't do the music thing, but I was doing the acting thing, and there are some actors that you would be surprised that just got like a little 2-story flat on Inglewood, but still be on the red carpets acting like they got a lot of money. A lot of them do not have a lot of money. They might have had some money at some point, but they blew it all trying to be all Hollywood. I've gone to the same parties with actors that you'd be surprised, like, aren't you rich? No, it's lies. So I'm pretty sure it's the same thing when it comes to musicians.
But I don't believe a word of is ghost stories. Hi, my name is Tom MacDonald. Welcome to the show. If you are easily offended, then you probably should go. My resolution of losers who my new music is triggered, and just 1 million views on YouTube is too big, middle fingers. I don't apologize or compromise. I quantify the figures, guess I'm optimized for making a killing and getting bigger. Had the fire all along. I needed fuel and a flicker to light the fuse to the mixture of the rumors and liquor. They got nothing else to do but try to cut me with scissors. But what's a blade to a...
I like that bar. I had the fire fire all along. I just needed fuel to the mixture to light a flicker to the rumors of liquor. Something like that. I'm murdering the bar, but I like that bar. And it's true. Like Tom MacDonald, not only, like he said in his live stream, that he wants to make music that makes people feel something, but he's also smart. And again, he knows how to get his message out there. He knows how to market himself. And he knows how to even maybe dumb down his music a little bit so it can go mainstream, so it can go viral, so his message can reach more people.
Building made out of iron and pillars. Go ahead and cry me a river, cause I've been dying to go swimming, and I'm designed to find it funny when they want.
I like that. They got nothing else to do but cut me with scissors or what's a blade to a building that's made of iron and pillars. Didn't murder this bar that time, but yes.
Cause I'm winning. I just tell the truth. It's up to you to love or dismiss it. I'm just pointing out what I feel like the game has been missing.
I'm designed to find it funny when they whine because I'm winning. It's just another troll. Tom MacDonald's very good at trolling.
And every time I open my mouth up, you get offended. You say the talk is cheap, but then you act like it's expensive. You can't afford to speak your mind, afraid you'll get rejected by some strangers on the internet whose lives are all pathetic. I was surrounded by people who just pretend to be down, and then I blew up off a record. No one's friends with me now. I've realized that my potential's so intense.
Can we talk about that? You scared you get rejected by some stranger on the internet that's lives are all pathetic. I never understood why people get so upset about comments. Like, even like, okay, I understand cyberbullying, especially when you're younger and you haven't developed the mental strength and tenacity to be able to fight against negativity on the internet. But even when it comes to like grown ass people crying because they got hate stuff in their comment, I'm like, they're strangers. I always said you can't cut me unless I already respect you, love you, or have a relationship with you. The only person that can get under my skin is my best friend and my mommy and my daddy. Like, who can... I know, they're strangers. I don't get why people care so much. Why do you care? Like, they're not paying your bills. They're not fucking you. They don't care if anything happens to you. They're not going to be holding your hand in your deathbed. Why do you care? I don't know. That's stupid to me. And again, I like when he said when he was just like, you know, he just adding something that he thought was missing in the industry. And that's true. There was like, again, there's not... Tom MacDonald's not the only conscious rapper out there, but for mainstream that go viral, that get this many views, yeah, we needed this.
Intensely profound that there was bound to be some haters getting caught in the crowd. I won't apologize for anything I said or I'll say. If you're allergic to opinions, you should just walk away. Don't give a shit about your arguments and your complaints. I'd love to have you in my audience, just know it isn't safe. White people are the biggest on the planet, but even still I swear I'm sick to death of hearing it. You're not a model, you're a waitress, and the man taking your picture is a pervert with a camera and no photography experience. You cry about gorillas getting shot inside his...
I get what he's saying with the white people are the biggest assholes on the planet, and he's sick and death of hearing it. I'm sick of death of hearing it, but I don't agree that they're at most the biggest assholes on the planet. Maybe in the past they were in this part of the world, because there was conquerors and dictators and terrorists from all different countries and in the past, in our history, and even today. But I think the biggest assholes on the planet comes in all shapes and sizes, races, genders, creeds, religions. Yeah.
And then take photos on your phone when someone's dying next to you. Y'all only care about each other if it means you'll get some views. And you can say that I'm a but what I say is just the truth. There's a disconnect between the things you feel and what's said, because you're afraid of what they'll think, so you don't say.
That's a true story. There was a girl who, I believe it was her own sister or her own family member. She was driving, hit something. Her sister or cousin or whatever flew out of the windshield, was dying on the street, and she was filming herself, FaceTiming herself, or selfie filming herself, or whatever you fucking call it, vlogging her sister's death and talking about like, I'm probably gonna go to jail for this. Like, that is psychotic. Okay, maybe that girl specifically has some psychopathic tendencies, but if there was a study that came out and said the part of our brain is able to feel empathy is shrinking. And that was started with my generation. So now the next generation, if it started with my generation, is even getting worse because of technology. Because to build empathy, you have to have a lot of eye contact and human contact. But because everybody's on the computers and on the screens, especially now with lockdown and pandemic times, that is actually shrinking that part of the empathy in your brain. And that's why people can like watch videos of people literally being beat to the ground and laugh and think it's funny, because they don't have any empathy. It's scary. It's weird.
What you meant. If being true to myself means that I'll lose the respect, then I'll stand my ground like both my feet are stuck in cement. I was raised to keep my feelings, thoughts, and words all consistent. If you're censoring your heart, then what's the reason for living? I don't need their approval to validate my position, and I don't need to be accepted, never ask for permission. They attacked me from behind and tried to silence the vision, tried to kill me with fire, and from the ashes I...
If you're censoring your heart, then what's the reason for living? I love that bar. I love that bar because it's like, and even like in Adam Calhoun's and Up Churches Back and Forth, and they did it again on another song that I did that I can't remember the name of, when they said like, you know, if I die, at least I can say I stood by what I believe in and what I said. And to me, integrity is everything. Integrity is like, I don't know, it's like strength. I can't explain it. Like, to me, if you don't have any integrity, then you are just like a spineless, empty sack of a human being. Like, you're just skin walking around. And it's like every time you're not yourself in the presence of other people, doesn't like a tiny bit of you just die? And that's what I'm saying, you just become nothing after a while because you're just, I don't know, I can't explain it, but it's like...
My motivation won't expire, I don't get tired, I get driven. If they don't like it, then they're not required to comment and listen. They just hide behind their keyboards trying to find the ambition to go make something of their life while they die for attention.
My motivation doesn't expire, don't get tired, I get driven. Yes, fuel to the fire.
Make something of their life while they die for attention.
Hiding behind their keyboards, trying to fight your ambition or find some ambition while they die from it for attention. Exactly. That's why I don't understand why people like gets focused so much on their hate comments, because it's like, why? They're pathetic. Like, why would I let pathetic human beings live in my head for free? That doesn't make any sense. That makes me just as pathetic. Anyway, I think that's pretty much done. Yes. All right. Let's actually talk about the video. I really like. Again, he does these really simplistic videos that I actually really love. Even though I love something like an NF video, I love this equally because, again, it just tells the people who look up to him, you don't need all that flash to get started, to start your career, to start your art. And you are forced to focus on the lyrics instead of just the video itself. And I like the close-up shot. It's a really good camera. I would love to be able to get a camera that clear someday. And he's done this in a few of his videos when he gets really close-up shots to his lips or his mouth, like half face shots. And I don't know if that's to show haters, like, I'm pronouncing my words, I am articulating my words. He does it too when he raps fast, so we can see that he's saying it. It's not just like him, you know, like he does like a transition or something, so you can't tell that he's mixing his words up or he's not saying it right, he's not mouthing his words correctly or something like that. I know, I like the video, I like his look. He looks a little high, like a little stoned in the video, but I don't know if he had gone off of weed then, because this is from 2018. He used to smoke weed. He said he doesn't smoke anymore, but he was a little stoned, which I don't have a problem because I toke too now and again. I don't know. You like that, guys? Did you like the video? Did you agree what I said? This is one of my longer commentary videos that I love to do. For you guys who think this is too long, I don't know what else to tell you. You have to subscribe to another video or another reaction channel that just does 4 minutes bobbing our heads and telling you to subscribe and don't put actually any effort into the video whatsoever. Go subscribe to them. I'm going to be doing these commentary videos now and again. If you agree with what I said, if you have any comments whatsoever, or if you have any other suggestions or recommendations for me to react to of anything on the internet, please put it in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications when I do upload. It helps with the algorithm, guys. Help me get to 500 subscribers. Let's go together. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I see your suggestions. They're on the list, and you guys have an amazing day. Bye.
Purpose. When you talk to me